Okay, hello everybody. So today I'm going to try out Bard, which is Google's entry into the AI market. It's designed to compete um, with ChatGPT, which is produced by OpenAI and heavily invested in by Microsoft. But this is Google's entry into this marketplace. So here we go. Let's take a look here. I'm going to share my screen. Now, I'm one of the first ones to be using this because I got selected as one of the beta testers. So I'm just going to bring this up here and okay, let me scroll down. I agree. Terms of service, Bard is an experiment. Remember, Bard will not always get it right. Bard will get better with your feedback. Got it. Okay. All right. Not sure where to start. You can try. Let's try this one. Draft a packing list for my weekend fishing and camping trip. Let's take a look. See what it comes up with. So I'm probably almost definitely not going to go fishing and camping this weekend. I think it's a little too cold for that. But let's see here. Okay. All right. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, that makes sense. Now, I'm going to share one more thing here. Let me bring up my new sharing tool, and I'm going to bring up, here we go. So this is my Principles of Marketing class. This is a question that I put on their first midterm. Now, this is a couple of years ago, so I'm okay with sharing this because I don't use this question anymore. But the question is basically touching on marketing research and asking what forms of marketing research would be best and how would they all fit together if they were used. So Wade has an idea to sell belts. They potentially be like revolutionary belts, like amazing belts. He needs to figure out how to design them and how to price them and how to promote them. So he needs some marketing research. Choose 3 forms of marketing research they should use, and then explain the purpose of each as well as how they fit together. So that was a question on my Principles of Marketing exam midterm from, I think, about 3 years ago. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna copy that into Bard, and here we go. I'm gonna now share this. Here we are, gonna go back, gonna share it, and let's see what Bard comes up with. Let's see what kind of answer it comes up with, what kind of grade I would give it. So it's just thinking right now. And here are 3 forms of marketing where you can use: focus groups, surveys, secondary research. Those are pretty good. These 3 forms of marketing fit together in the following: focus groups and surveys can provide with qualitative and quantitative data. People are tested. Well, wait, okay. And secondary research can provide way with information about the belt market. I like it. This is a really good answer. So at the beginning, it's talking about like the focus groups and the qualitative stuff would help design the product. And then later on, you use secondary research to find out where you fit in the market. So how do you want to compete against your competitors? How do you want to price things? That's actually a really, really good answer. I'll give it the thumbs up. That's actually very well done. Now let me bring up, I'm just going to bring up OpenAI. So ChatGPT, and I'm going to try to do the same thing and see whether that actually produces the same answer or an equally good answer. So here we go, ChatGPT. I'm going to copy that question into it, and let's see what ChatGPT is going to come out with. So this is pretty interesting stuff here. The first, when Bard did it, full points. I give it full points. That was a really good answer. That's 3 valid forms of marketing research, and they fit together pretty well. They talk about the qualitative precedes the quantitative. So that's usually what we would preach. So let's see what ChatGPT is coming up with. So surveys, okay, that's great. It's providing me with some information on surveys and what they are. If anything, it's giving me a little bit too long of an answer. I thought Bard did a better job of giving a simpler answer. But okay, all right. Focus groups. Okay, all right. it's correct. Those are two good methods. The problem I have with this so far, aside from that, it's a little bit long-winded, is that the focus groups would precede the surveys. I don't like how they did surveys 1 and focus groups 2. I would have put focus groups 1, because usually qualitative research precedes the quantitative stuff. So I don't like that as much. It's also, now it's getting into the secondary analysis, and now it's, sorry, using secondary information, competitor analysis. This is similar to what Bard did when it gave me its answer. So that's good. That's good. The major problem though is that 1 and 2 are flipped, or should be flipped. What it has now, 2 focus groups should be 1, and surveys should be 2. 3 is correct. Again, it's a bit long-winded here. So I mean, again, correct, except for that one part. How they fit together, the holistic the market, and let's see. Okay, all right, it's giving me a good idea of how it fits together, but again, I wish it would talk about how the qualitative stuff comes first. That's how it works. First, we ask questions, open-ended questions. We find out what are key themes. We find out what we're looking for, some things that we never even thought of, and then we test them with surveys. So for example, I may ask, this belt, how do you picture yourself out where on a night, picture yourself out with friends wearing this belt? What are some of the things you think they would say if you pointed out that this is the best belt you ever had? What are some of the things you think that would come to mind? Like, what would they talk about? What would they think about? And so then you get responses like, I don't really notice belts, or if it's got a really nice buckle, then that could be something that stands out, or if it's really lightweight, or it's very durable. You get these kind of buzzwords, and you kind of get an idea of what I guess people really look for, and what really stands out when you purchase this product. And then you would test it. You would do a survey, and you'd say, okay, you'd rank durability, appearance, cost. Which one's first when you're buying a belt? Like, is it appearance? Is it cost? Is it durability? Which one's first? And so the qualitative stuff, you get what matters to people. And then the quantitative stuff, which is a survey, you try to get a ranking of, well, which one matters the most? Which one is higher than the others? Which one, is a primary driver or the secondary driver? And then you launch a campaign that touched on the primary stuff. So this is a problem here. Well, see, it even in ChatGPT's response, it puts surveys before the qualitative, and so I don't like that as much. So I'm going to say I give this maybe a 4 out of 5, maybe 3.5 out of 5. But I would go back, if I go back to Bard, I'd give the Bard answer a 5 out of 5 on this. So at least for this question, I think Bard came through. Bard came through a little bit better than ChatGPT. So if you're wondering how the market is, if you're wondering, what's next in terms of ChatGPT, in terms of AI online, well, there's other entrants in the marketplace. So there's competitors coming, and they're getting better. Well, all the technology is getting better. So interesting. I'd be interested to hear about anybody else's experience as well. So, all right, take care, and hopefully you got something from this.